Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have another Chelsea news video, and let's just first off address the elephant in the room. It only went and came. And also another elephant inside of the room in today's news video. We've been signed to BBC News, which is, I'd just like to thank every single one of you. No, of course I'm joking. I've just made like a news ticker. It only took 3 hours of my time. But hopefully you guys enjoy this Chelsea news video, starting off with Dean Henderson. Now, back in the summer when Chelsea were looking for replacements for Kepa Arrizabalaga, it just wasn't very good. And we ended up settling for Edouard Mendy. There were loads, Nick Pope, Gianluigi Donnarumma, but Dean Henderson was far up that list. But he ended up signing a new contract with Manchester United, being promised that he'd get game time, but he really hasn't been able to force his way into the team in front of David De Gea. And he has reportedly said if he can't get into, if he's not guaranteed first team football next season, then he's going to demand a transfer request. And fair enough, he just wants to play football. United think that David De Gea is better, and it's going to be difficult for United to offload David De Gea. They're paying him 375k a week. No team's going to want to pick him up for that. And the fact that he's aging. But I think he is a very good keeper, both of them, David De Gea and Dean Henderson. But Dean Henderson obviously has age on his side. I think Man United, if they want to have a young, good keeper for the future, they're going to have to starting Dean Henderson over David De Gea. Otherwise, he would leave. Now, he would reportedly cost in the region of £40 million. With Chelsea interested in him last summer, apparently they restated their interest, and apparently we could be relinked with him. However, I don't think that we would splash out £40 million, and that is the release clause that Gianluigi Donnarumma is reportedly trying to get put into his new contract that he's signing with AC Milan. And also the fact that Edouard Mendy's been so good, and Kepa, he's coming back. He's coming back into the team. Tuchel's giving him another chance, and I do think that Edouard Mendy can really push Kepa, and Kepa can push Mendy to the maximum of their limits to just get the best out of each of them. However, I do think this transfer is very unlikely, and I do actually see him moving to Tottenham Hotspur. Lloris isn't good anymore. He's just not. They need a new keeper, and Dean Henderson is a very good keeper. When he was at Sheffield United, he was very good. They ended up, the loan finished, they signed Aaron Ramsdale, and now they're bottom of the league by quite a large margin. So secondly, you may remember Xavier Mbuyamba. There was a comment the other day talking about him. He was obviously he's an ex-Barcelona La Masia Academy product, but his contract ran out with Barca. He didn't think he would get any game time and ended up coming to Chelsea on a free, going into the academy, or Chelsea's academy, and he has been recognised or dubbed as the next Van Dijk because he's Dutch, he's so tall, he's so physically strong, and I thought that the academy could really entice him, and he did end up joining the Chelsea academy. However, he's had a lot of injury problems, especially to his knee. He's had a few surgeries, and he's about to undergo another surgery to hopefully just fix this knee injury once and for all. It's horrible. Knee injuries, they're not good. He's actually yet to play in the youth team or the senior team. He's getting 19 years old, the same age as Billy Gilmore. So hopefully if he can undergo the surgery, then he can start to play in the academy, the youth setup, and then maybe try and force his way into the first team. If Ricardo Tomori does leave on loan, we do have Mbuyamba to call up. He's massive. He's like 6'5", and he did come in under the radar. I did report on him, but it was an under the radar signing. It was our first signing, but obviously it wasn't for the first team. It was looking for the first team in the future. Mbuyamba is likely to be back by the end of the year, which is frustrating year for him because it's just a waste, because it's February. He's undergone quite a few surgeries, and now he's had another one, and he should be out for the end of the season. But because it's so early in his career, hopefully he can just sweep aside all the injuries, and then when he actually gets to his playing career in his actual prime days, hopefully he can cope with them. So thirdly, David Alaba. We all know that Chelsea really want to sign David Alaba on a free, and I think that he could be the key to our success in the future. We've seen what Azpilicueta can do as a right centre-back in the three. He can push forwards, overlap the wing-back, And on the left-hand side, we don't really have the same. We don't have a left-footed defender or a left-footed centre-back. And we had to play Rudiger there, who can't push forwards. And when he does push forwards, he either goes for a long shot, which just P-rolls into the keeper's hands, or he goes for the diagonal long ball, which ends up going into the stands. Well, that rhymed. Chelsea are one of the several teams interested in the Austrian 28-year-old, including Chelsea, obviously Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and I really do think that he could fit into a number of positions. He could play as a left back, he could play as a centre back, he could play as a left centre back in a 3, he could maybe play as a left wing back, but he also asked to, for his next destination to give him opportunities as a CDM role, a defensive midfielder. So that's a plethora of chances for him to get into the first team, and I think he really could be the one key to our success under Thomas Tuchel. He's played under a German coach in a German system for his whole career pretty much over in Bayern Munich, and I do think that with Thiago Silva commanding in the middle, Azpi to his right, Alaba to his left, Edouard Mendy in goal, that's a very solid defence. However, Spanish media have said that the deal between Real Madrid and David Alaba has already been done and dusted. They've agreed a 4-year contract. However, Chelsea are really trying to hijack the deal and really stepped up their pursuit in signing David Alaba on a free. Hopefully we can sign him, but what can you do if we don't? We're looking for another centre-back in the name of Nicolas Sula. Also, Kanate, he has a 45 million release clause. We will sign at least one centre-half this summer. I guarantee you that. Now, lastly, there is a 3-way tussle war fight between Manchester City, Arsenal and Chelsea for the Moroccan right wing back Achraf Hakimi. Now, he's obviously Moroccan. Hakim Ziyech is Moroccan. They both share the first name. No, Hakim and Hakimi. No, I got it wrong. They don't share the first name, but they share Hakim in their name. I don't know. Anyway, they're both Moroccan. They've played with each other in the first team for Morocco. They went to the World Cup. I remember I got them in the sweepstake, and I think they were the first team to go out, Morocco. Sad times. And in his short career so far, he's really young still. He's played at 3 of the best teams in Europe: Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, and now Inter Milan. He was at Borussia Dortmund last season playing right wing back, had a great partnership with Jadon Sancho down the right hand side, then went back to Real Madrid, his parent club, and then Inter Milan signed him for, was it £40 million or something? It's a bargain. He's brilliant. He's one of the best out and out right wing backs in the world, and he's so young, he's so fast, and I think he could really fit into any team who play a 3 at the back formation. Now, I'm not really sure why Arsenal and Manchester City are so interested, because he's best utilised as a right wing back, not really right back. Arsenal, they need a right back. They have Bellerin, not great. Man City, they have Kyle Walker and Cancelo. They don't need a right back. They don't need a midfielder. You can't play them. Anyway, they don't even play a 3 at the back. So I think Chelsea is probably the most appealing destination for him. They play at 3 at the back. He will almost get guaranteed games. Do you think he'd get guaranteed games? Got Reece James and Callum Hudson-Odoi at right wing back. I don't know if he would get guaranteed games, but it could even stunt the growth of Reece James and Callum Hudson-Odoi. So maybe it's not a good decision after all. But £35 million is the price that could pry him away from Inter Milan after financial difficulties. And I think this is a bargain. One of the best right wing backs in the world. He's got a massive future ahead of him. And £35 million, jeez, that is a bargain and a half. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Comment down below what you thought of today's video. I'll reply to every single one. We got Atleti in the Champions League later. Come on, you Blues. Subscribe if you're new around here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.